It's very uplifting. I mean, even when the ones come off the field, we always ask them, like, what does it feel like? What's going on? And getting that analysis from them allows me to see what I can do and how much freedom I have.
Coach Leonard said, you like to go rogue sometimes and kind of do your own thing. When do you decide, hey, regardless of what the play call is, regardless of what I'm taught, this is where I'm going to pin my ears back and try and make something happen?
It's instinctual sometimes. You got to be able to. What I've been trying to learn is that I want to be able to attack as much as I can and do as much as I can to help the team. So as long as I'm carrying out my assignment and I'm in my gap, I can still go a little bit rogue, but I still want to carry out my assignment before I do anything.
Was the sack one of those moments?
Yeah, that sack was I have contained on that play, but I can also contain to the B gap. And so I felt throughout the game that he kept kicking out too far, so I just took it. So they always say, if you take it, you got to make it. So I just ended up making it, that's all.
At the time, that was a huge turning point in the game, gave you guys the lead, in the fourth quarter eventually. What was that moment like just for you to swing the game and in your team's favor in such a big way like that when it was just uphill battle the whole day for you guys?
My whole thing is just being able to bring juice to the team and just being able to help my team see that we still had some time to do what we needed to do was just a blessing. I mean, I can't take anything from it, so I was just happy.
Let's say when you going through that strip sack, and I said you went through the B gap. Just what's your thoughts when you're seeing him unwinding the throw and about ready to try to uncork it?
Just get there. I wanted to get there before he threw the ball, so I can at least do something to affect him, maybe scare him or do what I did, which is force a fumble.
I would say too, just I guess as a player with that defense too, like having you and then Bryson Williams had a tackle for a loss. Other players, do you feel like how much of an impact do you feel like even that the second group in can make an impact in that game?
Well, we say even though we're the second group, we always tell each other no drop off. Like there's no difference between us and the first. So what we do is we just attack it as if we're starters, as if we're pros, and we just carry ourselves with that confidence, and we know that we have confidence in each other to carry out the assignment. So that just helps us play to our best ability.
I guess as a player, after seeing a game like that, your fumble causes Colin the drive that leads to the field goal. You guys are up, and then the game kind of deteriorates. For you as a player, the day after and even in the day, like how are you? How do you work through that? How do you look at what went wrong, and then move ahead? After a game like that, how it ended.
As a player, we just gotta put our nose down and go to work. I mean, we have to trust our coaches and do whatever they tell us because, I mean, we've won in the past. We're a really winning program, so we just need to trust the coaches and do what we're coached to do.
This defense is, desperately needed guys who can create turnovers. Do you feel like that's on you going forward now? Are you a guy that can help cause some havoc in the backfield and help this offense out too and get them favorable positions on the field?
We all are. We all do our things, our own little thing. I mean, I have a little get off. I mean, New is really disruptive in the middle. You have Hendog, who's really, really athletic and does what he needs to do as well. You have James, who also has a great get off. I mean, we all can do what we need to do. We have Leo, who catches a pig. We have Nick Herbig, who does the same thing as me as well. So we all can do our little part. It just comes with just trusting our alignment and then carrying out our assignment and just getting the reward when it comes to you.
This week, very physical Michigan run offense. What's the challenge for holding the point of attack against those guys?
Showing them that we're here to play ball and that we're tougher. I think that's just what it comes down to. Is just who can get hit in the mouth and keep going. Pretty much. That's all I can say about that.
Is there anything that you see? Have you had a chance to look at some of Michigan's running backs and just seeing how they try to attack it in terms of the run game?
It's kind of similar to this week. I mean, they put their foot in the ground and get vertical. They trust they're really patient in their gaps. They wait for their linemen to carry out their assignment. So all we gotta do is just hold our gaps and make sure their linemen go nowhere.
I would say Jim Leonard referred to you as a wild card sometimes with a smile just a bit ago. Just I guess I know you talked about it a little bit earlier, but just how. One, what do you think about the nickname or the thought of that, and then two, just how do you try to impact it through your personality, but also like you drive on the field?
I mean, I am very wild. So what I've been trying to tell myself, or aggressive, I would like to say I'm very aggressive. So what me and my dad always talk about is being controlled. So this having controlled aggression and applying it to whatever my assignment is. So that's what I've been trying to do, is just make sure that I play with that same aggression, but within my rules and what I'm allowed to do, so I can help my defense do what we need to do.